Everybody. So I did a video not that long ago discussing how the cost of living in Cincinnati is about 8 to 10% less than the rest of the country. Well, now I'm going to discuss how there are some neighborhoods out here that are actually higher than the rest of the country, one of which is significantly higher. Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, I'm Bill Fritz. I am a licensed agent in the area, and I work with a team of agents that are experts in helping people move or relocate to Cincinnati. So if that is what you're looking for, call, text, email with the information down below, and we will get in touch with you. So like I was saying, there are some neighborhoods out in Cincinnati that are, the cost of living is actually higher than the national average, one of which is significantly higher. And that's what we're going to be discussing. So number 4, it's going to be Columbia Tusculum. Columbia Tusculum has a population of about between 1 to 2,000 people. And the cost of living is 10% higher here than the rest of the country. And it's actually 25% higher than Cincinnati. Now, Columbia Tusculum is one of the oldest neighborhoods in Cincinnati. It was built on a floodplain, so they had to move it, and it's Tusculum Hill. And now it's been built with kind of a San Francisco Bay feel, as you can see with some of these houses out here behind me. More of a Victorian style houses. Now, the average listing price right now, and today is March 1st, 2023, the average listing price is $645,000. A lot of young professionals move out here. There's a straight shot down Route 50 that takes you to downtown. So it's not real far to get down there. There's some great restaurants and bars out here. There's Allen's Cafe, which has a Cajun, New Orleans style feel. The owner of it is a vegetarian, so he's put in plenty of vegetarian dishes also. In fact, I just had lunch there the other day and had crawfish etouffee, and it was fantastic. There's the Precinct, which is an old police station that's been bought out by Jeff Ruby. So it's one of our premier steakhouses in the area. Another great place to try. If you come out here, I recommend both places. So that is one of the places out here that, yeah. So Columbia Tusculum does have a lot to offer out here. A lot of shopping, a lot of bars, a lot of restaurants, a lot to offer. These places are going to be higher that we're going to go look at, but you're going to see there's value to it. It's not just higher for the sake of being higher. Okay, so number 3 is Hyde Park. Which was voted one of the best neighborhoods to live in the state of Ohio. It's got really a good urban-suburban combination feel about it, with a population of about 14 to 15,000 people. Now, Hyde Park ranks about 11% higher than the national average and 26% higher than the city of Cincinnati. The architecture in Hyde Park is just something to be admired. The architecture out here is just it's phenomenal. It really needs to be admired. It's really a lot of young professionals move out here. I'm assuming because it's close to everything. It's close to, it's 4 miles from downtown, 4 miles from over the Rhine. So you got the nightlife, the bars, the restaurants, 4 miles from the hospitals. So there really is a good group of, or a good reason for young professionals to move out here. Now, the average listing price right now with only 9 listings is $635,000. So we are starting to get up there in the listing price. And so the staples of Hyde Park, it's really close to Alt Park. The restaurants, you got the Echo, which is a staple for breakfast. You'll see a line out the door, and it's one of the few places where you can go in and get a Bloody Mary in the morning. It's just a great breakfast spot. You have Arthur's, you have E&O Kitchen. It's really close to Rookwood, which is right inside Norwood, but it has a lot of shopping out there, a lot of restaurants. In fact, they just opened up Ford's Garage out there, which is really good. If you ever get a chance, if you come out here, highly recommend going to Ford's Kitchen. So you can see that Hyde Park has a lot to offer, which would explain the higher price. All right, so my number 2 neighborhood is Mount Lookout. Mount Lookout has a population of about 6,000 people. There are a lot of families out here, a lot of families with some young professionals. I would say it's mostly families. While I've been out here driving around, I've seen a lot of people walking their kids, people walking their dogs. It's a more mature neighborhood with, let's wait for him to get by me here. It's a more mature neighborhood. It has a lot of mature trees, tree-lined streets, but there are still a lot of bars and restaurants and coffee shops in the area. The average listing price right now is $890,000. So we are starting to get up there. So Mount Lookout, like I said, it's been established for a long time. There's some real big staples in the area. You have Mount Lookout Tavern, Arthur's. On weekends, like I came out here Saturday night, and there were parking was hard to find. A lot of people were coming out here. A lot of people were like heading out to Mount Lookout Tavern. There's a lot of restaurants. Mount Lookout Square is a pretty big area out here. There's just a lot of restaurants, a lot of bars, shopping, really everything you need, for a weekend night. So a lot of people kind of flock to this area. All right. So the number 1 most expensive neighborhood in Cincinnati is Mount Adams. Now, I'm walking uphill, so I might be getting a little tired here. Population is right around 2,200. This is where you're going to find your corporate executives, your high-powered attorneys, doctors. You will find some young professionals out here. As they if they can afford the rent, depending upon what they're doing, I guess. Mount Adams runs about 21% higher than the national average and 37% higher than Cincinnati's cost of living average. Now, the average listing price out here right now, it's the end of February 2023, is $1.7 million. And that's with two listings listed at over $2 million each. So it skews the numbers a little bit, but I mean, it's still the cost of property out here is still pretty high. So living out here, there's lots of bars, there's a lot of restaurants. You have the Blind Lemon, Mount Adams Bar and Grill, big mecca in this area. They're right next to each other, but you'll find that college kids kind of flock to this area on weekends, just for the bars and restaurants that are out here. There's also a nationally known theater out here called Playhouse in the Park. They're out going about 8 months out of the year. They're actually getting ready to start opening up probably beginning of next month. So that is the top 4 areas in Cincinnati that the cost of living is higher than the national average. Like I said, Cincinnati by itself usually runs about 8 to 10% lower, but these 4 rank higher. Now, mind you, I'm getting these. I'm not trying to steer anybody in either direction. I'm not trying to steer you towards here or away from here. All the information I got's online. I used wandercincinnati.com, niche.com, areavibes.com. I used all that for getting my information. So again, I am Bill Fritz, and I'm going to be putting out tons of video just like this about moving to, relocating to, everything you need to know about Cincinnati. So if that's what you're interested in, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And really, again, I work with a team of agents that are experts in helping people relocate and move to Cincinnati. So again, call, text, email. We'll set up a Zoom meeting. We'll ask the questions that we need to be able to help you find the house that you need. So until next time. And if there's a place that you want to see, if there's an area that you want to see in Cincinnati, let me know. Let me know in the comments, text me, call me. I'll do a video on it for you. So until next time.